Hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of my final reviews for so many different products. There are 16 today because that's how many have just been cluttering in my drawer that I haven't got my final reviews, but I have been testing all them out and oh my god, there's just so many to get through, so let's go straight into it. There is a part 1 with more of the more recent and trendy products that I've tried out, but these are more of the ones that not necessarily not trendy, but I feel like the momentum has died down. I'll start with the Rem Beauty Highlight Serum. I have this in the shade Honey Pot, and I don't dislike this product. I just don't like it as much as I like their Glenda Glow Drop. It's supposed to be the same formula, but this one, I don't know. I just like this shade better. I think the glitters are more finely pressed into it versus with this one over here with Honey Pot. It's almost like I can see the glitters in the formula. Even with makeup on top, you can see the tiny flecks. It is that same very serum thin consistency, so it is nice. It will give a very, very hydrated, dewy glow. You can just see the shimmers too much and I don't like it. The next primer is the Catrice Aqua Splash Grip Primer. This is pretty much a dupe for the e.l.f. Power Grip, the Milk Makeup, whatever you call it. It's supposed to be a lot cheaper, and I do like it in that when you first apply it, it is not sticky at all. It just kind of feels like you're doing a hydrating primer, and then it dries down and it gets very, very sticky, like extremely sticky. So in a lot of ways, very unique take on the kind of sticky primer thing. The one thing I don't know if it holds the makeup as well as Milk and e.l.f. do, because those you can very much tell the makeup longevity gets longer. And I feel like with this, it's very temporary. Like, it does kind of help the makeup grip onto your face, but I don't think it does anything for the longevity. The next primer then is the Lottie London and Harley Quinn Crimson Craze Hydrating Primer. You guys have probably been seeing this in a lot of videos because I've recently been testing it a lot more. I like it. It is a true serum primer. It does have this very interesting red color, which can be strange, but the color doesn't leave a tint or anything. Like, it's just sheer, dries down to be very clear on the face, and I like it because it feels like skincare serum hybrid, because it just adds a little bit of tack and a little bit of hydration, but it doesn't feel heavy, and makeup layers so perfectly on top of it that I was really impressed. I don't know if Lottie London has this in their permanent line, but I would definitely get it because I think it's a very unique product. Okay, then we have ColourPop Peptides Niacinamide HA Set It Up Primer. I have been trying to test this out and I still don't think this does anything. It feels very nice on the skin, but it claims that it's supposed to blur, hydrate, and extend makeup wear and reduce pores and stuff. And I'm like, I don't think it's possible for a primer to do all that, and this does not do all that. I mean, I think it hydrates maybe the tiniest bit of blur. I don't think it extends makeup wear at all. It definitely does not minimize shine. I was kind of disappointed with this. The next complexion, the Lisa Eldridge Seamless Skin Pinpoint Concealer. This is a concealer gel pencil, not an eyeliner, although I'd assume you can use it for your waterline. I still don't know how to use this thing, and a lot of y'all told me in the comments brows. And I do agree that it is actually pretty nice under the brows when I was using it. I just don't like how it doesn't dry down. Even under the brows, like, it's perfect if you want to carve them out. There's just not enough coverage to it. The pencil is not thick enough to where I would say you can use it as like a liner cleanup, and it doesn't dry down at all. Like, it does not set down. It just sits there and you can feel it. And I don't know how it's supposed to last all day. It will cover it up. It's just you'd have to build it up and you have to set it with powder. So I also just think it's extremely expensive. I don't think you're getting your money's worth with it. Just go with the actual concealer at that point. Next complexion for ColourPop. Good news, kind of like, I didn't have too much fun with a lot of the ColourPop products, but this is a good one. This is the Weightless Liquid Blush in the shade Wildest Dreams. They actually just released new shades. This is the matte formula. Been using this a long, long time, and this is a very, very good blush formula. Think of Rare Beauty, but less pigment and more matte. So it kind of is like the perfect blush combo. It dries down and it looks beautiful. This color in particular looks so pretty. Formula lasts a long, long time because it does dry down, and I was really impressed with it. CoverGirl released their Skin Enhancer True Blend Blush Bombs and Contour Bombs. I have these in the shade Snatched and then Sweet Violet. These are two really unique formulas. They are actually bombs in that they go on very, very creamy, but they do set down a little. Shades are pretty nice. I will say their contour shades, they need to extend that range a lot, but the contour is a really nice formula, especially if you want more of a bronzer, because it is warm, but it can get that shadow like cool tone shade. The blush is fine. I will say the blush, I can tell the pigment is not as pressed together as well. It doesn't like glide on it smoothly, but it is still good. I just think their contour is so well done. In this case, like a Rare Beauty dupe in my opinion for their bronzer stick, and I was impressed with this. The blush was a little bit of a disappointment. I just didn't find that it was as easy to blend. It kind of tugged on the skin a bit. The next one on that very trendy blush stick is the Makeup Revolution Marble Blush Stick. I have this in the shade Berry Flush. Has very, very very little pigment. You have to build it up a lot. It just dries so quickly and then it can get hard to blend. But if you build it up and you work really quick with this, I've actually been loving it more than the CoverGirl one. It has more of a blurred finish to it. It's not a balm, it's more of a stick that dries to be a powder finish. So it does blur the skin. Very pretty. My only issue with it, longevity is not very good. It will kind of disappear within, I would say, like 3 to 4 hours. You need to put powder on top to set it down. They do have a bronzer version, but I wouldn't want this formula in a bronzer. I also have a powder. This is the Dominique Cosmetics setting powder in the shade Translucent. I have been liking this thing a lot, honestly. I've been trying it out for a couple months, and it does blur immensely. Like, I mean, it covers the pores, looks very stunning. It does not leave flashback. It just sets down really nice, beautiful finish, makes your skin look flawless. Does it set the makeup down for as long as I would want? Not necessarily. The oils break the powder a little bit, so this would maybe last, I would say 6 to 7 hours at most, and after that the oils are going to break the powder and you will see so much of that shine coming through. I don't know if I would say if you need your makeup to last for a long time, go with this, because it's not going to secure it as much as you would want. Like the one size powder lasts for like 12 hours plus this, it's like half of that. The last complexion product before we move on to lips, and this is the ColourPop Pretty Fresh Lock It In Setting Spray. This thing is crazy hydrating, feels like the Rare Beauty mist, but it does not set your makeup. It says it's supposed to be a waterproof, transfer-proof setting spray that locks in makeup for 16 hours with a natural finish, no touch-ups needed. That is not true at all. This does hydrate your face, maybe locks it in for a little bit, but it's kind of like their primer. Like you can't make a setting spray that's gonna hydrate and be waterproof. It just doesn't make sense. And they didn't do it for this one. This is not waterproof. I don't even think it's transfer proof. Like it's a hydrating setting spray that feels very nice. I don't have any major complaints. There's no fragrance either. But I don't know if it sets your makeup down, which is then like, why are you buying it? You might as well just spray water on your face. So like, it's fine, but I would never use this if I'm like going out to a party and you need makeup to last for 16 hours. And we have a ton of lip stuff though. There was so many lip things. This is the Pat McGrath Labs Liquid Lust Liquid Lipstick in the shade Elson 4. This was the viral Taylor Swift one. This is a very, very pigmented formula, very red as you'd imagine. And it's a good formula, very drying on the lips, but it is a liquid lipstick, so I expected that. Does not really last at all. Also didn't expect it to. The first time I ate something, it like all went away, and it actually bled a little bit on the outside of the lip, so I was a little bit disappointed. I'm not a huge liquid lipstick fan. I just really wanted this color, and they didn't have it in the bullet lipstick. So it's nothing against the brand, it's just the idea of a liquid lipstick is it's not to nourish your lips, it's to cover it up and dehydrate. Next up, we have the Milani Keep It Full Glossy Plumping Bombs. These are kind of their take on Tarte Maracuja ones. I don't like these. Also, just don't like how you can't put them down. I've said this so many times, like it makes it so non-user friendly that you have to twist up and it doesn't go back down. You have to use all that product or it will clump up in the cap. It does add a nice amount of shine, no plumping at all. I don't know why it says plumping. There's like no plumping. Then it dries down and dehydrates. It's worse than Maracuja. I think Maracuja somehow hydrates, this dehydrates. There's so many better stick formulas and I just really was not too wild with it. I have the About Face Lip Gloss. It's a new formula. I just kind of tried it out when I got their powder. It's a fine lip gloss. I am nothing bad to say about it. It's literally a lip gloss. I don't think it hydrates or dehydrates. It just sits there. It goes away if you eat something. Not the best wear time as you'd expect. It's a fine formula. Like, I really don't have much else to say about it. If you're expecting to go in with like Lawless lip gloss, it's not that. It's a little bit thinner, but yeah, I think it's just a normal lip gloss. It does have a lot of color payoff. These are the Revi Beauty Effortless Lips. I have them in the shade Verbena, Zinnia, and Daisy. These were sent to me by Revi Beauty, and they're just the new shades. I do like the formula overall. They're supposed to be a lipstick that you apply, and it's very sheer, and then you can build it up to get more color, so very versatile formula. They are very hydrating. I do like them, and they can add a nice amount of like opaque color with these new shades, because that's what I'm judging most. Daisy is a very, very light peachy shade that is it's not like medium to deep skin friendly. Like, it's really just for pale skin. I found it hard to use, but then I did really like Zinnia Verbena. You can see the two colors there. These are very easy to use, very versatile, especially with Zinnia. This was one of my favorite. Formula's amazing. I just think if you're really pale, get the Daisy shade, and if you're not, get the other two, because Daisy does not work. And then the last one for this review is the LA Girl Glossy Lip Plumper. This was in a trio set they came out with, so they have 3 of the same formulas, just with different packaging. The shades are Iconic, Shine, Famous and Fabulous, and then Buzzworthy. They are all pretty sheer, so I mean, they're really, you're just buying 3 clear ones. This one has a little bit of shimmer, but it's very not, you can't tell unless you look really close. I love LA Girl's Lip Plumper formulas though. They are they're way too good for the drugstore. Like, they rival high-end brands. Like, they are intense, they hurt, but they do plump, and they leave your lips looking very glossy and very filled. Like, there's not you. They fill in the lines. Very underrated formula. I love these. And it's not sticky, does not get goopy. It is a little bit thick, but it hydrates. Okay, but we made it through, I want to say that was like 35 to 40 products between these two parts of these videos. There was so much stuff. A little bit emptied out. There's still some more stuff to go through, but that's what I felt comfortable testing out and being like, I can review this. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope everyone has an amazing day.